first introduce myself and two of our panel members who are here today with us. We are the Law Consortium. It is an initiative by Vanguard Legal EdTech. We are a law firm also by the name of Vanguard Legal. And after that, we had this EdTech. And now the Law Consortium is actually a grouping coming together of the mentors, which you can see on our website, and also our legal community of legal professionals who are actually working as senior advocates in various places across India. So at the Law Consortium, it's not only a coaching institute per se, but you get to network, you get to join the community, which you guys are about to embark on and will be joining soon. Now, let me begin with introducing the other members today. Monica ma'am is here. She's been an educator for good about 15 years now, and she has varied experience in different schools as well as colleges. I have with me Akshat sir. He is a trained legal professional. He's done his LLM from Frankfurt. He is also working as a policy advisor presently in one of the government institutions. So we have, and other panel members who are not here will be there when we actually go on to conduct your mock PI. This is the briefing, guys. Let me tell you, this is not a mock PI we are doing for you. We will brief you right now on different aspects of the personal interview. So I will invite other speakers, other panelists here after I complete what I have to share. So let me share my screen. Okay, can everyone in the meet see this Word document? Yeah, just raise your hands if you can. Just give me a thumbs up. Right. So as you can see, to the best prepared, it still will be formidable because of whatever is written here. We are not calling our interviewers the fools, but however, they are in control. When you are being interviewed, you might think you are in control, but they are definitely in control. What they are going to do is ask you questions which will trick you, which will, ignite some kind of thoughts or reactions from you. You have to maintain your poise and cool. Okay. Now, you have to understand there are 30 marks at stake here. And consider a scenario wherein you get 28 or 29. You will be unbeatable then in the final merit list. A lot of us think that interview is hardly anything and we all know what to do. But you know what they are testing you for? They are testing you for 3 or 4 things in which people have done PhDs. It takes a lifetime to master those things. First is your communication skills. Now, communications courses are run in the country and abroad on communications, and those are long term courses. So communication skills we can't just master, right? We have to, we will be tested by for our analytical skills. Now again, that is an area in which you can never achieve perfection, right? You cannot answer everything. General awareness, as you know, anything and everything under the sun. However, since you guys are law aspirants, there will be a scope for you. And your personality, we all know that's a ever growing thing. It's in the development phase always, and there is no end wherein you can achieve the cult personality, or you have nothing else to improve on. So these are the 4 small aspects in which they will test you. However, these are not so simple as we all think. Interview structure based on the interactions of our last year students, 10 to 15 minutes. There will be a panel. As I said, there could be breaks in between. They can make you wait, then again join the Google Meet, again ask you something. And there could be in 10 to 15 minutes, the questions can vary from 5 to even 10 to 12, depending on how it is going. They're also depending on, please understand that these are humans which are taking your interview. They are not machines, right? So depending on their mood also, sometimes your interview might just get over in 3 to 4 minutes or 5 minutes, or it can go on to 12 minutes to 15 minutes as well, right? So what you can see here in this document is generic questions. Firstly, introduction. We need to work on it. So when we say communication skills, we need to have a standard answer tailor-made for you, which you have to read at least once and rehearse once. I'm not saying that you should memorize and then talk in the interview, but you have to read and rehearse. Because once we talk, we use lot of slangs, lot of jargon, lot of uh, uh, yeah, okay, the way we speak with our uh, friend group. So that has to be mastered. So what I'm showing here, this document will be shared with you guys. So motivation for law, understanding of law and legal system, knowledge of course, the law school, your skills and strengths, career goals, once you join, your contribution to the campus and ethical considerations. Going on to finally, they can also ask you, do you have something to ask us? That also has to be prepared. So now what you're going to do for the next 3, 4, 5 days, whatever you have in your hands, to prepare yourself well. And when I said there are a lot of nitty-gritties involved, this document which I'm showing you is about 23 pages. I'm not going to show you the entire document right now because time won't permit us. You have to be prepared, be calm, body language, no fidgeting, be authentic, be yourself. However, you should know how to circumvent the trap, the tricky questions. So there you have to use your guile because see, lawyer will use these things in the court, right? So you're being tested for being a lawyer. And practice communication, that has to be done. You have to make somebody sit in front of you with your parents, with your mother, father, with your friends, and do it at least 30, 40 times. It's not that we will give you 3 mock PIs, but you have to do it amongst your own close group, close people, at least that many times, which I said. Now we have some standard answers here. Uh, I will quickly scroll down, which we have made, and there could be multiple. There could be multiple things. There could be multiple options the way you can present. This is one of the suggested way. We will share all this with you. Ethical consideration. Now, this kind of an analytical thing. Tell me one ethical dilemma which you have faced in your life and how did you deal with it? And lastly, questions for the interview panel. There are a number of them. Now, coming on to some unique questions which can be asked. If you could create a law, what would it be and why? They have empowered you. Describe a time when you had to advocate for someone else's rights. Which legal issue you are most passionate about? Yeah, so you can see our website here. This is the lawconsortium.in. You can go here and go and enroll yourself in the SLAT personal interview should you desire. Okay. Uh, Now Akshat sir is here with us. On the day of the 3 PIs which we will conduct for you, which will be online, we will have a panel of 5. Now, out of those 5, there will be 2 educators who belong to the education sector. There will be 2 lawyers, senior enough, who represent the legal fraternity, and of course, I will be there. So you will get a mix of panelists who will be equal in experience and expertise than what you guys are going to face, if not better. And I can say with confidence that may be better also. So this is what we will give you some compendiums to read. Akshat sir is preparing a document which is 100 important judgments of the Supreme Court in the year 2024. It will also include few of the High Court judgments which you should know about general. So just understand that this is general awareness, not general knowledge. So they will test your awareness. That's it. Now, Akshat sir, as we had discussed, there were a few points which you had to make to the students. You can go ahead and tell them now.
Right. Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Akshat Srivastav. As sir has already introduced me, I am a lawyer by education, training, and work, but currently I work as a legal and policy professional. Uh, Now that you've already taken your examination, you've taken your SLAT, you're up here, I think the fundamental thing that you need to understand is that unlike most other places where you may or may not have an interview in the legal for your entrances, SLAT puts actually a lot of effort and value into what you say in your interview. So in that sense, we are going to walk you through the entire process. We are going to tell you what it is that uh, symbiosis, or any lawyer, in eventuality, when you do go for your internships or your jobs or whatever, what any lawyer looks for, you know, what are the aspects of your personality that are supposed to shine through? Because remember, this examination or any examination at this level is not looking to test your knowledge. If it was looking to test your knowledge, you'd already be lawyers, wherever LLB at Legal Consortium or LLB at, Career Launcher or wherever you've took it, done your preparation from, wahi mil jata. But they're looking to test your legal aptitude. Aptitude means what is your incentive or what is your intentive values towards whatever we are looking at. So how likely are you to understand the concepts of law? How likely are you to possess the values that they seek? And what are these values? These values are being able to, as Slat or whatever Slat has already tested, your comprehension skills, your speed, you're able to break down concepts. But the same travels here as well. How good are you at communicating? How well are you able to withstand? I would say I want to put pressure in quotes because honestly, they're not going to, really be what you would experience in a courtroom or in a workspace. They know that yeah, it's just an interview, but they may try to act a little bit because they want to have control of the interview. Right? They have to make you sweat just a little bit to see ki, acha, theek hai, how is the person responding to it? So that's B. And C is what your body language is. Sir has already spoken about it, but how you speak, what your actions are, how you communicate, how you are even sitting in. You know, we're not talking UPSC level, कि आपने दरवाजा कैसे enter किया, क्या किया, but certainly a certain amount of things about how you are presenting yourself. Your body language gives a lot away, and as we in law often use this, lawyers are a bit judgmental bunch. We make these judgments based on how people behave in matters of pressure. So apologies for that, but they also will do so. Okay. Now, as far as the legal aspect of things go, you are not supposed to have a significant amount of legal knowledge. But that is the trap, right? Because when they say you're not supposed to have a significant amount of legal knowledge, they still say you're supposed to have a very good understanding of current affairs. Now, obviously, current affairs are everything under the sun. But the expectation is that anyone who wishes to be or has the aptitude to approach or want to be in law school should keep an eye on, I won't say all judgments or even High Court के सबसे ज़्यादा judgments, but जो आपके newspaper में आते हैं. Surely, when there's a big constitutional judgment, it's going to make it to the news. Surely, when there is a big change, say in the last year and a half, you've had a new criminal law, there would have been debates over it in public sphere. So you would want to follow that. They would expect you to follow that. Surely they would expect that anyone who's walking into law school should have, I won't say a complete detailed understanding, but a very basic understanding of your fundamental rights. बाकी कुछ आता ना आता हो, you can't stumble and then say, oh, actually, I don't know what is the right to life. Right? We can't have you go in prepared like that. So you will have a document which will literally just be about, a few basic understanding points of what are the judgments that have taken place or legal, I wouldn't even say just judgments, but legal uh, events rather, let's put it that way. But what you need to be, have is you need to be clear on your concepts when you walk into law school, when you walk into your interview for law school rather, about how you are going to prepare for your fundamental rights, what you know about your current affairs. And lastly, the one thing which sir has already said, but the first thing I ask whenever I teach a class is, why do you want to be lawyers? It's a fairly basic question. And obviously class 11th के होते हैं ज़्यादातर बच्चे, they have their own versions of answers. Most of it is money. I would only say that please don't lead with that in your interview, and we'll help you come up with a better answer than money, even though it's a very valid answer. I totally understand it, but we're not going to use that one. Okay. And if there's any other question, once you are part of the PI, the 3 PI system, you will be, I think, as I will say, I think you'll be able to engage with us more directly to have any doubts or questions cleared as well, I think. Is that right, sir?
That's right, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. So, Monica ma'am, a little bit of a brief on the kind of language because the mode of communication here is mostly English. So on the
Yes, that's right.
language, on expression part, just give us a brief about in 2, 3 minutes.
Yes. Welcome, Akshan, Anika, Soha, and Ananya. Welcome to this virtual platform here. And I'm an educator. I've been dealing with teaching English language for a very long time now. And since you all understand that this is a very formal setup, when you introduce yourself, mostly I'm talking about the personal background, the motivation that you'll be talking about in your personal interview. Make sure that your thoughts are very clear. So that clarity of thoughts along with clarity of speech, that is very important. Since this is a formal setup, it is very important that you maintain that tone, the language that you choose, the words that you choose. They're supposed to be very formal, right? And avoid redundancy in your speech, whatever you speak. Please don't repeat whatever you've already said. It's very important. It shows how clear you are in your thoughts, in your speech. Avoid fillers. That's very important. And you should maintain a very open body language. That's very important. And you should know what your strengths are. Even if you want to present your weaknesses, there's a way of putting it. Normally, we avoid presenting our weaknesses. We always highlight our strengths. But there's also, if you want to present your weaknesses, see, we are not superhumans. We do have weaknesses. So whenever you present yourself, it has to be in a very positive way. Present it in a very positive tone, that so that you show that you are ready to mend upon your weaknesses and work upon them. And speech, of course, as I said, keep your words very formal and the way you introduce yourself. So I guess we can begin from that. Right.
Thank you, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, ma'am. So guys, as you can see, the panel which we will bring to you will have a mix of educators and legal professionals. So probably that's the best you will get in the country. Now, if I had to ask you, say we talked about body language. Here I will focus more on your facial expressions, right? So I got somebody yawning right now, a few minutes back. Who was that? On up. So there was somebody yawning. Okay. So you need to and most important thing which you need to wear, like somebody is wearing a pullover, somebody is wearing a shirt and tie, that's fine. uh, what is most important, which we all should wear throughout, is your smile. I said in one of my videos, you will see it on the YouTube. So you should wear the smile constantly throughout the interview. It is more relevant when a question is thrown at you and you're not able to answer it well, and then your smile goes away. It should not. So in the face of the adversity, you need to smile. And when I say adversity, it will be those questions which you won't understand or won't be able to answer well. So please understand that, keep that in mind. Now, if I had to ask you, out of these 30 marks, if we exactly come to know, suppose I call somebody at SLS and try to find out how many marks for what aspect, wouldn't it be very great if you know exactly कि इसके 5 marks हैं, इसके 2 हैं, इसके 8 हैं? No? So if I give you the marks distribution, so you will be able to score 30 out of 30. Firstly, I won't be able to give you that because they will not reveal to me, and it's a very transparent system. So I won't be making that call definitely. But we have worked out one particular mark structure, okay, based on Akshay sir's input, based on Monica ma'am's input, and we have our 2 more panelists who are not here right now today. So we have worked out a marking scheme. We will be marking you on all these 3 PIs. And after each interview, the way we have done our mock test analysis, we will carry out a detailed analytical analysis session with you guys so that you exactly have your SWOT analysis in place. You know what to correct, what not to say, what to say on the final day, right? So with that, we will end this session today. We will do any of you guys who want to further engage with us can go to our website and do the needful, and then we will be there for you 24/7 till such time you are through with your interview, right? So I wish you guys all the very best. And thank you, Monica ma'am, for joining us today. And we will look forward to your presence in all the online PIs as well. And Akshat sir, we will also request the same with you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys. Do well, and we'll see you at the SLS very soon.
Thank you, everyone.